Hello students, welcome back to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir, a temple for learning. Today in this session, we are going to explain some of the application related to friction and some models of the questions which is given from H.C. Verma. And coming to point, today's topic, what is going to discuss how much height it can travel. Height attained by or height crawled by insect in a hemispherical bowl. How much height it can travel in a hemispherical bowl with the coefficient of friction mu. This is the concept is they will ask some questions and sometimes hemispherical bowl is a rough surface. Then how much height it can attain by this insect or a creature when it is moving from bottom of the bowl. Let's see now what is the situation here. This is a hemispherical bowl of radius r. See now, this is the hemispherical bowl of radius r. R is the radius of the bowl. Let's take that r is the radius of the bowl, capital R. This is the center of the bowl. And an insect is starting from bottom. This is point A. It is started from point A and it is reached to a height from the bottom. This is O is origin or center of the hemispherical bowl. From A the insect is started. Let us see, this is an insect is started from here at A. Now this is the frictional surface, the inside of the hemispherical, it is a frictional surface. It is a friction is kept here. This is a friction whose coefficient of friction is mu. Mu is the coefficient of friction. Now this insect is moved up to where it is. Now the position of insect is here. It is reached to here. This is the position of the insect. How much height it is raised? To show the height how much raised, simply you draw this. This is the vertical initially. This is the normal, the vertical line. Now if you draw a normal, this is the normal given by the surface on this insect. This normal is makes an angle theta where n is normal here, normal reaction. Theta is angle made by the normal with vertical. Now what are the forces are acting here? Weight of the insect mg acting in downward direction. Weight of the insect. Then if you resolve into components, the mg has two components. This is nothing but theta. Now here it is mg cos theta. mg cos theta is along the normal. Of course it is along the normal. And mg sin theta is restoring force, which is because of mg sin theta, it is come back to point A. Let us see, it is at point B. Now whenever insect is raised to certain height and it is struck there, that means the downward force means mg sin theta is compensated by a force called static friction or limiting friction, FL. So this is called at a, how much is height raised? If you see now, h is the height raised by the insect. H is the height raised by insect. Therefore, at equilibrium, what are the forces are getting cancels? The forces are nothing but N is equal to, here, N is equal to mg cos theta. N is equal to mg cos theta, and mg sin theta, mg sin theta is equal to the force of the friction. Mg sin theta is equal to force of the friction. Now mg sin theta tan theta is equal to, you can take it as then mg cos theta, here mg gets cancelled and tan theta is equal to mu. Tan theta is equal to mu. Just mg sin theta by mg cos theta is equal to Fk by n. Fk by n is nothing but coefficient of static friction mu s. Now what is the height raised is the question. Now here, if you see now, this is total height. This is the total height. Total means from O to A, it is R, radius. Here, this is also considered as radius. Now height h is equal to, from the figure if you consider, this is O, this is A and this is B. Now I will take it as this is point M. AM is height raised. That means from the figure it is says that from this figure AM is equal to height. Okay. Now height h is equal to AO means OA minus OM. OA minus OM. Okay, then OMB is right angle triangle. From OMB right angle triangle, here cos theta is equal to. That means here OM value from right angle triangle OMB. From OMB right angle triangle, cos theta, here it is cos theta is equal to side OM by hypotenuse is R. Therefore, OM is equal to cos R theta, cos theta R cos theta. Therefore, now we can substitute the OM value here. Then height raised h is equal to R minus R cos theta. R minus R cos theta. So this is the h height raised by h is equal to R of 1 minus cos theta. Height raised by the insect is h is equal to R of 1 minus cos theta. When you know the value of theta and R, you can substitute and put it now. But the question is, sometimes they will ask in terms of coefficient of static friction, they will ask. So in terms of coefficient of static friction, if they ask, then immediately what we have to do, we know that tan theta is equal to mu s. That means, if we consider a triangle like this with an angle theta, a right angled triangle with an angle theta, what it is, tan theta means opposite by side. That is, opposite will be mu s, side will be 1, and then hypotenuse will be mu s square plus 1. This is the hypotenuse. So therefore, mu tan theta value you know. Therefore, we can find cos theta from the triangle. Cos theta is equal to 1 by root under mu s square plus 1. This is the value of the cos theta. Once you got the cos theta value, here height raised by the insect formula we have. Height raised by insect. Height raised by the insect. Height h is equal to R into 1 minus cos theta. This is already we have derived. Now cos theta, at the presence of cos theta, let us substitute 1 by mu square plus 1 under root. Therefore, by substituting the value of the cos theta over here, that means h is equal to r of 1 minus 1 by root under mu s square plus 1 and then h by r, that is h by r is equal to this is the height raised in terms of mu s will comes. You can simplify here also. Now what is the value of mu in terms of height? Then h by r is equal to 1 minus 1 by root under mu s square plus 1. Here this is. And you can bring the mu s value also. Now using this relation, you can bring the mu s value also. So then using this relation, once h and r is given, we can sort out the mu s value. And by giving mu s value, you can find the h value also. Hope you understand what is the diagram is given and what is the way of situation. This is the situation is kept taught in terms of limiting equilibrium. This is called a static limiting friction FL. Limiting friction FL. This is the limiting equilibrium concept. The insect is crawl upward direction and it is unable to move after the height h because of the force of the friction. Otherwise, you can say in another way also. After certain height h, at a particular height h, friction between insect and mg sin theta, which is bring back to mean position A, is cancels by each other and it is keep rest at that position. So there h is equal to r of 1 minus cos theta. Then we got the value of h is equal to r into 1 by root under mu square plus 1. This is the value. Now coming to a question is asked like this. In the H.C. Verma question number 12 it is. Now here is question he says that, if the tension in the string in figure is 16 newtons, tension is given how much? Tension T is equal to 16 Newton is given. Then what is the acceleration? Here see, and the acceleration of each block is 0.5 meter square. The acceleration of each block, because of string is inextensible, acceleration is 0.5 meter per second square is there. Now this block also go down with an acceleration a is equal to 0.5 meter per second square. Then what is the find the friction coefficients at the that means two contacts with the blocks. Here I will take the value of mu1. Here I will take the value mu2. You have to find what is the value of the mu1 and what is the value of the mu2. Already tension is given and acceleration A also given is equal to, acceleration A is equal to how much is given? 0.5 meter per second square is given. Now in this case of example, if you see one, I will erase, just you can draw the free body diagram. Here I am drawing a free body diagram for 2 kg block. Here if you see the 2 kg block, here only I want to draw, or next slide we are going to draw. Here for 2 kg, let us draw the free body diagram for 2 kg. Free body diagram for 2 kg. Here if you see the free body diagram for 2 kg, see this one. Tension T is in this direction. Because of tension is causes the acceleration, and there is a friction is acting, that is called, I will take it as F1. And it get an acceleration A. That means using this free body, here only free body diagram we can consider. Here 2 kg block is there. This is 2 kg block. which is kept on a frictional surface. Now T is tension. T is tension, and F is force of friction. F is force of friction, and N is normal reaction. N normal reaction. I will take it as N1 because of 2 kg. And this is weight 2g. Simply I will write because of it is 2g, 2 kg mass. Now it is moving with an acceleration A. Both are having same acceleration because of string is inextensible. Now use the resultant force. How much you are getting? The value of tension is how much is given in the numerical. The value of the tension is given as 16 Newton and acceleration 0.5 meter square. That means acceleration is 0.5 meter per second square is given. Tension T is equal to 16 Newton is given. Therefore, force of friction F is equal to Fk is equal to mu1 into N1. Then 2g it is. Now for this one equation of motion, resultant force Fr is equal to T minus F. That is mass into acceleration is 2 into acceleration A is equal to tension T minus mu1 into 2g. 2 into 10 I will take for convenient. Then acceleration also given as 0.5. Then I think you are getting as T by substituting T you will get mu1 here. That means 2 into acceleration is 0.5. I will take it as 1 by 2. 0.5 I will take it as 1 by 2. Here it is 1 by 2 for convenient. And T value 16 I am going to substitute minus mu1 into it is 20. 2 ones are 2 jar. That 2 gets cancelled. Now here 16 is equal to mu1 into the 16 sent this side. Here 1 is there, sorry. 16 minus it is going to 15 it is. 16 minus 1 it is going to be minus 15. See here boys, 16 here 1 is there. So 16 minus 1 it is 15 is equal to mu1 into 20. Therefore mu1 is equal to 15 by 20. There we are getting the value of 0.75. By solving you are getting as 0.75. This is the value of mu1 we got. Value of mu1 we are getting this one. In the similar manner, if you consider the block on inclined plane, 4 kg block on inclined plane. See the 4 kg block on inclined plane. Free body diagram for 2 kg we have drawn here. This is for here. Now free body diagram for 4 kg block. Free body diagram for 4 kg block. For 4 kg block. Okay. For see the 4 kg block, how it is going to explain. Here this is an inclined plane. Here this is the inclined plane. On frictional inclined plane it is. Of here angle of inclination also given as how much? Angle of inclination is given as 30. With angle of inclination 30. This is angle of inclination is 30. See the block of 4 kg. The 4 kg block here it is, you can consider this is the 4 kg block. Do you know what are the forces are going to be acts here? The forces are, this is I will take it as 4g means m2g. This is nothing but 4g value because of 4 kg mass. And normal reaction, here it is the normal reaction and here it is mg cos theta, m2g cos theta, here it is theta, and which is compensated by normal reaction n which is perpendicular, and here it is mg sin theta, and this is tension and force of friction is there. Now this is the value of the friction Fk, and tension in the string also there. T is the tension in the string. Now see, every value is taken here, and now the block is accelerating with an acceleration a in downward direction. This is the acceleration of the block. Now t value, t value is equal to 16 Newton is given. Acceleration a is equal to 0.5 meter per second square is given. Then here mg sin theta, mg sin 30 will be there. Frictional force is equal to, that is nothing but mu k into. Now equation if you solve, resultant force Fr is equal to mg sin theta minus force of friction minus T is the tension. Now mass into acceleration. 4 is the mass of the body, 4 kg. Acceleration A is equal to 4 into 10 into sine 30 minus the force of the friction. It is nothing but I will take mu 2 is the coefficient here given. Mu 2 is mu 2 into mg cos theta, the value of the friction. That is mu 2 into mg cos theta means m is nothing but 4. M is nothing but here 4 I will take. Here 4, this is mu 2, 4 into 10 into cos 30 minus tension value, substitute as 16. Now a value you can put it as 0.5. And sin 30 value is nothing but 1 by 2. Cos 30 value is nothing but root 3 by 2. By solving this equation, you will get as mu 2 is 0.06. Mu 2 value by solving you are getting as 0.06. This is the value of mu 2. Mu 2 value will be 0.06. This is the way of solving this question. Hope you understand. This is question number 12 in H.C. Verma textbook. And next question, if you consider, the friction coefficient between the table and the block shown in this figure is 0.2. Here the block is which is in horizontal surface. Here the value of the coefficient mu is equal to 0.2. Then what will be the tensions in the strings given? This is 15 kg block, this is 5 kg block, and it is also 5 kg block. Obviously we can expect 15 kg block is go down with an acceleration, and simultaneously with the same acceleration these 5 kg and 5 kg blocks will move. So here in this string the tension will be T1. Here I will take it as T or T1, your wish it is. And here again the tension in the second string will be T2. That means here it is, this is T1 and here it is going to be T2. There are two tensions will be there in this one. So each one, if you consider the each block free body diagram and everything, if you play that numerical, you will get the answers like. First of all, for 15 kg block, I am drawing free body diagram. Free body diagram for FBD. Free body diagram for 15 kg block. 15 kg block free body diagram. If you consider the for free body diagram 15 kg block, 15 kg block, weight of the block acting in mg downward direction. Weight of the block, that is m1g, I will take it as this is m1, m1g is acting in downward direction, and here it is tension T1 is acting in upward direction, then acceleration will be in downward direction. Therefore by knowing this, what is the way of acting the formula? If you see the formula for this free body diagram, resultant force Fr is equal to T1 minus resultant force minus Fr because Fr is acting in downward direction. T1 minus m1g. Therefore by taking the minus in common, that is m1a is equal to M1A is equal to M1G minus T1. Say this is as equation 1, and here M1 is nothing but 15 kg. The acceleration A is equal to there 15 into 10 minus T1. I am taking as is as an equation 1. Similarly, if you take the second block for 5 kg block, this block if you consider, this block, second block, I will take it as M2. M2 block, if you see now, this is on horizontal floor. This is M2 block which is kept on horizontal floor. Here it is M2. Second mass M2 is 5 kg, of course. Now what are the forces are acting? In this direction, tension T1 is acting. Then in this direction, tension T2 is acting. And then here normal reaction is acting in upward direction. This is the normal reaction. And this is M2G acting in vertical direction. Then resultant acceleration. That resultant force is in a negative x-axis direction, that is called acceleration. With this acceleration it is moving. And the restriction force, because there is a rough surface, there is a kinetic friction is acting, which is in opposite to T1. Now for M2, if you consider for 5 kg block it is, this is 5 kg. Then what is the total way of solving? M2A, this is M2A is equal to, along, which is along negative x-axis, you can take it as negative, minus M2A is equal to T2 T1 minus, that is here directly I will write for, because without any convenience taking, directly I am writing. That means M2A is equal to, in the direction of acceleration force is T1 applied, T1 minus T2 minus force of the friction. That is M2A is equal to T1. Here you can substitute the value of the T1 by sending that side. That is 50 into 10 plus 50 into A acceleration. In terms of acceleration will be there. That means T1 minus T2 minus Fk value is mu into M2G. Therefore, here M2 means 5 kg into acceleration A is equal to T1 minus T2 minus the value of mu is given as 0.2. That means 0.2 into 5 into the value is 10. You can take it as G value 10. I will take it as this is as equation 2. This is as equation 2. And then next, if you consider M3 block, let us see the free body diagram for M3. Now tension T2 is acting in upward direction, M2G, M3G acting in downward direction, weight M3, and it is accelerating in upward direction, that is called A. So therefore resultant force in upward direction, that is M3 into A, is equal to T2 minus M3 into G. This is the equation of motion for 5 kg block, for this block T2 and M2G acting in downward direction, acceleration is in upward direction. So now we got equation 1, we got equation 2, and M3 means again this is also 5 kg into acceleration A is equal to T2 minus, again it is 5 into G value is 10, that is equation number 3. By solving equation 1, 2, 3, by solving or by adding equation 1 to 3, simply you can add equation 1 to 3, tension will be eliminated. by solving equation 1, 2, 3. Tensions can be eliminated by adding equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. You will get acceleration. You will get acceleration by solving. Acceleration A is equal to 3.6 meter per second square. This acceleration you can substitute in equation 1. There you are getting as tension T1. Now tension T1 you are getting as 96 Newton and T2 is 68 Newtons. So this is the acceleration you are getting there. By equation 1 you are getting, here you can substitute the acceleration value here. By substituting the acceleration value here you are getting as T1. The T1 value is 96 newtons you are getting there, and after that T2 value, again this T1 you can put in equation 2, then you will get T2 value, then by 2, again by equation 2 you are getting as T2 is equal to 68 newtons. This question is question number 13. This is also one of the H.C. Verma numerical. So later we will continue the numerical with different topics, and coming to point of a new concept I want to introduce, that is friction on vertical surfaces. Friction on vertical surfaces. Here we have seen friction on horizontal surface and friction on inclined plane. Now we are going to see the friction on vertical surfaces. We are going to see friction on vertical surfaces. What does mean? How to solve the questions related to friction on vertical surfaces? Here, see this. This is a vertical rough surface. Sir, who is an example, sir? Board we are rubbing on the rough vertical surfaces by applying some force, and we will move the duster like this. A board we can rub like this, friction on vertical surfaces. Let us see now, there is a block of mass m is kept on vertical block. This is the block of mass m which is kept, which will not hold. Why? Because without applying any force it will fall down with an acceleration A is equal to g. That means weight of the block mg acting in vertical direction. Now it should be holded at vertical surfaces, means you have to apply a normal force. That means like this, you have to apply the force inward direction into the plane of the board. We have to hold up by applying the force F. Then the vertical surface will execute a normal reaction, that will apply a normal reaction N. So whenever it is sliding down, there is an opposing force is acting. That opposing force is nothing but which is acting tangent to the surface. That is what we are calling as limiting friction, or the friction FL, or limiting friction. Whenever it is under equilibrium, what is the minimum amount of force is required to keep the body in equilibrium? They will ask a question. That means at equilibrium, limiting friction, the force friction F is equal to mg. The friction value F is equal to mg. And also normal reaction N is equal to applied force F. Normal force we have applied. Therefore friction, what is the formula of the friction? Formula of the friction, mu into N is equal to mg. That's nothing but mu into, at the place of N we can substitute the how much force is required to hold this block normally applied. That is called F is equal to mg. Then how much force is required? Then you can place like F is equal to mg by mu. F is equal to mg by mu. This is the amount of force required to keep the block in vertical surfaces in equilibrium. This is the minimum amount of force is there. Now, here in another situation is there. There are two vertical surfaces as there. There are two vertical surfaces. A block is, this is one surface, this is one vertical rough surface, and this is also one of the vertical surface with coefficient of friction is mu. And a block of mass m is held between this one. And a block of mass m is held like this. And this is the block of mass m is held like this. That means here this will apply the force here, normal reaction N, and here also force applied a normal reaction. And that means there are two frictional forces are there. See now frictional force, this is one frictional force F1 and this is one frictional force F2. Both frictionals are same, and M2G is acting in downward direction. Sorry, MG. MG is acting in downward direction. This is MG. MG acting in downward direction. That means frictional force both are same. F1 is equal to F, F2 is equal to F. Under equilibrium situation, at equilibrium situation, F plus F is equal to M2G, that is Mg. That is 2F is equal to Mg. Now, frictional force F is equal to Mg by 2. Mg by 2. This is the force of friction given by each surface. That is mu into normal reaction. Mu into normal reaction, that is nothing but N. Mu into N is equal to Mg by 2. Then coefficient of friction mu is equal to Mg by 2N, where N is the normal reaction that will be applied force F. So like this is the coefficient of friction at this kind of cases. And now you can estimate what is the concept is given here. Here sometimes we are applying a minimum amount of force to move the block in vertically upward direction with an acceleration A. That means here this is the vertical frictional surface. This is the vertical frictional surface I am taking here. This is the vertical surface. This vertical surface has friction. That means this is the rough surface here, vertical rough surface. Yes. Now, there a block of mass m is kept over here. This is the block of mass m. Now we have applied a force tangent to the, this is an external force applied. F is the force applied tangent to. That means already there is a normal force is there. This is the normal force. Let us consider this is F1 and this is normal force F is applied. By applying the normal force only, another force F is applied to keep the body in equilibrium, otherwise to keep the body moving in upward direction. Then this is the normal reaction N, and then this is the force of the friction F, and this is the weight mg in downward direction. If it is in equilibrium, all forces are getting cancelled along x-axis and y-axis. If it is not in equilibrium, if the block is moving in upward direction with an acceleration A, uniform acceleration A, then friction will act in downward direction. So automatically the value of the friction can be reduced by increasing the force F1. So how it is? Mu is the coefficient of friction. In this case, F is equal to N at equilibrium. And also F1 plus, here we have applied F1 plus mg is equal to force of the friction. Therefore, how much force is required? The question, yes or no? F1 is equal to F minus mg. F minus mg. Then F1 is equal to, then F means mu into force F, because of mu into N, at the place of N force is there, mu F minus, that's nothing but mg. This is the amount of force required to keep the body and equilibrium. Here, if the body is accelerating with uniform acceleration in upward direction, this is at equilibrium. To keep the body in equilibrium, this is the F minimum. This is the minimum amount of force required to keep the body in equilibrium. So now tomorrow, in vertical planes with the pseudo force concept, and we are going to see now another applications. Thank you very much.